HQ choice is a captain with 4 melter guns, and dedicated transport will be the Chimera, which is armed with a dozer blade, hole-mounted heavy flamer, and a multi-laser. We have 2 entire platoons. We have 2 squads in each. The platoon command is armed with an autocannon and a Vox, led by a staff sergeant. The second squad is armed for senior sergeant with a Vox, and third squad you've got a Vox and a heavy bolter in reserve, so it's a tactical reserve basically in the platoon, and it's exactly the same equivalent here to the first. You've got a dedicated transport, which is for the platoon command, which is the Chimera, which is armed just a standard Chimera, no upgrades. Over here is my heavy support. Commander Pask is a Lehman Russ Exterminator, which is armed with the unique twin-link autocannon. It's got a hole-mounted las cannon, 2 Sponson multi-melters, and the Pask upgrade itself, which is an extra 50 points. You've got 2 standard Lehman Russes with hole-mounted las cannons and 2 Sponson heavy bolters. It's exactly the same. The Russ over there, and a Hellhound, which is armed with a dozer blade upgrade. And that's it. And my allied force is our chaplain, Terminator chaplain. He will go with the assault terminators, and the leader, the sergeant, is armed with lightning claws. And our last unit is a Devastator squad with 4 missile launchers. And that's my armour.
Okay, I'm playing an 1850 Eldar army, and I have my troops choice is 5 Dire Avengers in a Wave Serpent with twin-link Bright Lances, and then the same again, 5 Dire Avengers in the Wave Serpent with twin-link Bright Lance. And then I have Cassandrus, the Phoenix Lord, unit of 10 striking Scorpions with Scorpion's Claw on the Exarch, and they're being transported in a Wave Serpent. Then Prince Uriel, and he is with a unit of Fire Dragons, Fire Pike, Tank Hunters, and they are also in a Wave Serpent transport. And then heavy support, 3 Wraith Lords, all with Bright Lances and swords, and then I had a spare 147 points to make it 1850, so I took a unit of Warp Spiders. Right, so we realised a mistake with James's points there. He's dropped the heavy bolter from one of his squads to save 10 points, and he's had to split his allied force into 1 combat squad of 5 Space Marines with Sergeant, and then a Devastator squad just of 5 men. Okay, we've rolled for the game. It's the Scourings. There's 6 objectives. There's 1 here. It's worth 2 victory points. There's 1 in that ruin there, and that one's worth 3. 1 on the hill's worth 4. 1 upstairs is worth 3. 1 downstairs worth 2. And then a final objective here is worth 1. And deployment zone, the Eldar will be over here. And the Imperial Guard with Ultramarine allies will be in this deployment zone here. Okay, James is deployed in reserve. He's got the Hellhound and the Terminators with the Chaplain. And then here is his deployment. Here, he's got a Russ at the back. Guard squad in this ruin. Another guard squad behind here. He then has The Ultramarine Devastator squad just at the back. Pask in the middle. Then has his company command squad in there. Small tactical squad at the back. Layman Russ on the left flank. And then inside here, he's got the Chimera and 2 squads there. So here's his deployment. Looking up the field. Okay, Eldar deployment. The 2 troop transports, the twin link Bright Lancers, deployed. One behind the building over there, and one just behind the building here. 3 Wraith Lords up front. I'm going to try and survive a first turn of fire. And then in reserve, I have the Warp Spiders. They're going to deep strike. This one coming on from reserve, Uriel, and these guys are going to flank. Right, I tried to seize the initiative and failed. James is going first, but we rolled night fighting, so night fighting rules are in play. James has moved. He's moved his tanks up. Now he's going to do some shooting. He's shot and wounded. 1 wound on each Wraith Lord, and that is it. Night fighting has been able to see hardly anything. So Eldar turn 1, moved the Wraith Lords up and boosted the transport, and the other one I moved and hit at the back here. So I know he's going to have deep striking units, so I've got to be careful. I'm going to try and push up this left-hand side and blindside as much of his tanks as possible, catch him out of position. He's just running for his reserves, bringing in his Terminators and Chaplain, and they're landing where that dice is. So he's scattered. He should be alright. Just there. So he's got to do a dangerous terrain check on 1. You'll have to do it, James. Just roll. Don't roll a 1. He rolled a 1. He's dead. Pushing up the left flank. Right up now, past the halfway mark. And James has reacted by pulling his troops back and trying to bring down as many Eldar as he can. He's pushed way back in his deployment zone now. Right, James shot at me and killed one of the Wraith Lords, and I've moved the other 2 up. I withdrew with one of the transports, took a shot, a Pask, penetrated, destroyed a weapon, left-hand sponson and a hull point, and then Uriel's moved up 30 inches up the table from reserve. Eldar turn 3, transport just shifted an inch just to survive, staying out of trouble. Just watching over that objective over there, and then the transport was blown up by Pask. The guys go out the back and are hidden, and we're just watching over that 4-point objective on the hill. He killed another Wraith Lord. They've got an intact Wraith Lord moving up on the left. Uriel's squad's moved right up here, turbo boosted, ready to position next turn. Warp Spiders turned up in the corner and then blew the rear end out of the Hellhound and then jumped into cover. The transport turned up with Cassandras, they disembarked, shots at a few Marines, and then the transport had a few shots at the side of the Chimera over here, and took a hull point and stunned the crew. So we're set up now for turn 4. The game is in the balance. Right, it's Imperial Guard turn 4, and James has shot at the Scorpions. He's killed 4 of them. My transport's survived. Cassandras has taken 2 wounds, but we have survived. He's just moving up transport through the middle there, and he's moved the Terminators over to try and engage the Wraith Lord just ahead. Pass fired across over at the Wave Serpent. The Wave Serpent survived, so we'll be moving on to Eldar turn 4 shortly. Okay, Eldar turn 4. The Fire Dragon shot and destroyed the Chimera, and some of the crew died. Wraith Lord shot and then charged into the Terminators, and no kills on either side, so it was a draw. Dive Rangers had a shot and missed. On the other side, Cassandra's charged the Marines and killed them. Moved into cover, and the Scorpions charged the guard, killed 9 of them, and moved into cover on the objective. The what are they called? Warp Spiders rallied, shot and destroyed the Chimera.